something she said, I took some notes. I called to my scribe and I said, "Scribe, take a note."
Scribe.
The only problem was the chiseling on was distracting in the background.
You should really have them
Yes, my
upgrade to
lady.
a scroll.
Oh, that would have been smart. He was chiseling in a piece of granite. Hurry up! Talk. We're faster. You're right. Scribes are supposed to be on scrolls. Get your century right, Paul.
Era.
Renaissance. Era. Okay. Anyway. Hi. Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast. Yes, the podcast where we talk all things networking, marketing, and a little bit of wizardry. I am one of your co-hosts, Princess Paula, along with my other co-host, Tara B. And together, we will calmly and rationally be
Royally Unhinged.
Yeah, who are we kidding, people? Welcome to the show. I just felt a little manic earlier because I've now digested an almost entire peach monster. So,
if this is the first episode that people are ever watching and they think like that's our intro, like energy that we normally give.
Hang on, folks. You're in for a rocky ride. Or go back and watch a couple extras there's going to be people watching going, "What's wrong with Paula?" Tara drugged me. Help. I'm just joking. No, I'm joking. Okay. Today, so in our little intro, okay, now let's back up. Hey, if you like what you see and hear, go ahead and like. I can't do it.
Go and like and subscribe. And we don't like saying that, but if you want to get updated every single time that we put out a new episode and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I have to go watch it," just go subscribe so then you get notified when we have a new episode coming out.
If you just landed on Earth and don't know how the internet works, then maybe it'd be helpful. But we're going to assume that if you have a heartbeat and have been around for the last, 12 months, you understand how these things go. We're not going to tell you to like and subscribe because you do you. And if you want to, great. Just know that the way it works is if you want to be notified every week when a new episode comes in. But here's the deal. We release one every Wednesday at noon. It's not rocket science, folks. But if you want the reminder, just go ahead and click the button.
You know, it's actually almost been almost a full year.
Okay, so I was thinking about this morning as I was preparing for today. And we need to do something because I was like, February is going to be the 1 year anniversary.
Yep.
We need to have a little party, a little celebration. Maybe that's when we do the tattoos to commemorate our 1 year anniversary. Just saying. And I've got a couple people up my sleeve. It's a short sleeve, but I got a couple people up my sleeve that are like really top-notch tattooers.
Tattoo artists.
Yes, where we could potentially go. And we also want to make sure that they'll let us video to get some video, maybe not the entire time because I will be crying. So
yeah, I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I've gotten a tattoo. So
anywho,
I don't know.
I do know that it's almost 1 year. So I do want to do some kind of little celebration.
So anyways, stay tuned for what that
acknowledgement
might be.
So yeah, and if you want to sponsor, we'll come on site to sponsor. You can sponsor the show. And we'll talk about.
Just go to royallyunhinged.com. Fill out the contact form down there if you want to sponsor. We'll come to your location if you want, so we can showcase your business and all the things that you do at your business. Or if you just want to sponsor us and just have us talk about you, maybe you don't.
In a nice way.
In a very nice way.
We're just going to talk about you.
Just fill out that form on the website, and we'll.
And if you're a millionaire or billionaire, and you're like, I want to be the only sponsor you have forever. I just want to be your.
You can be our premier sponsor,
like our Patreon. Like it could just be you. So
I'll just bill you every year.
If you have that much money, you can be the only business we ever talk about that sponsors us. We do that.
We would do that.
Sounds a little kind of weird, but anyway, we do that.
I'll sell my body to the devil.
We'll sell the podcast for money. Okay. So if anyone has ever spent more than 10 minutes with the two of us, you've heard our Nexus story, our origin story.
I love that word, just Nexus.
I use it all the time.
I know.
And you know that Tara and I, the only reason why we're here, the only reason why we're about to celebrate a 1 year anniversary, potiversary.
Potiversary.
Oh, but it could be double entendre with Potter.
That's what.
And
yeah. That's
it's going to be our Potterversary.
Yeah.
Oh, but it has to also have the podcast. We got to figure this
one out. Don't worry.
out.
I already got a graphic in my head that just came up. Don't you
Happy
worry.
Potterversary. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be great.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
Anyways,
So
Nexus.
we talk about how we met each other through networking. And I tell this story all the time. In fact, I just told it about a week ago. I was at a...
What song is that?
About a week ago. Yeah, anyway.
There's no more to the song. It's
No,
just
that's all
about
it
a
is, because
week ago.
that's the meme. That's the sticker. And so I was telling people about networking and meeting you and the importance of networking. Because again, I always come back to right now where I'm at in terms of consulting for people. I will always tell them, you need to be in a minimum of one networking group.
Yes.
I try to recommend everyone be in one chamber and then potentially one other networking group, depending on your time and all of the things.
Yep.
And why networking is so important and how it's going to grow your business. So I thought today, since it's part of the title, why don't we talk a little bit about networking, because we have some fun things that we can share. And what preempted this was recently, I was networking. I had a little Connect meeting.
Go figure.
And I was on a Zoom, because sometimes I still like Zooms. All you Zoom haters out there, I still like virtual meetings.
Okay, I want to take a quick poll. I'm Zoom versus Teams. I hate Teams. I can't deal with Teams. It drives me insane, especially every time that I need to
Preach.
share my screen.
Hallelujah.
Teams does not allow me to share my screen. I know it's
Or
possible.
fix your face.
Yeah, it just... What's wrong with my face?
On Zoom, it will fix you up. Like me. Like, it will fix up my face. Teams, oh, it's not good. I get on Teams, I'm like, oh, it's me.
Yes, you can add like lipstick or eye. The only thing that I
Like
don't
a
like
filter.
about
Zoom has a filter.
filters is that they only allow you to do your eyebrows.
No, but they
your
has a
lips.
fix up one. Like,
They
it has
do.
a
They
fix
have like
up
a
option.
fix up your appearance. So like, it's more smooth and like whatever. But like, I want there to be like more options. Not that like I'm gonna come to a Zoom meeting just like
Well, like a
bare
potato?
face, like
You
I
could be
just
a
woke
potato.
up from, just like I woke up from sleeping and just hop on there. So I need a full face of makeup, but like, you know what I mean? Like, just give me a couple other options for like maybe I just want a little bit of extra eyeshadow.
No, they do have that.
No, they don't.
Yes, go look, girlfriend. They have fixed it up. It's like, that's why I like it. And for you Microsoft Enterprise people that have no choice but to use Teams,
We don't like
because
you.
don't have it. It's just so bad. It's very clunky. Anywho, I also like Zoom because I happen to be located in Wisconsin, and sometimes I don't want to drive an hour to grab coffee for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I
it's
won't do
not productive. It's not a good use of time. Zoom just allows you to jump on, meet someone real quick. Case in point, I recently, last year, we can say that now,
We can.
in November. So I had a Zoom with Kate Farian, and she is, I'm just checking my notes here, she owns Simply Become It, is the name of her company. And so she reached out to me to have a little tete-a-tete, and we had a little,
Rat-a-tat. Rat-a-tat.
we had
Tat-tat.
a little Zoom. And it was really good because we ended up having such a great conversation around networking. And something she said, I took some notes. I called to my scribe and I said, Scribe, take a note. Scribe. The only problem was the chiseling on was distracting in the background.
You should really have them
Yes, my
upgrade to a
lady.
scroll.
Oh, that would have been smart. He was chiseling in a piece of granite. Hurry up. Talk. We're faster. You're right. Scribes are supposed to be on scrolls. Get your century right,
Victorian
Paul.
era.
Renaissance. Era. Okay. Anyway. There's a TikTok girl I follow. She's amazing. She's so good. But listen, Linda. Listen.
Linda, honey.
Listen, Linda. So on TikTok, this gal, every day she shows you her breakfast, but she's like this amazing African American woman, and she's got like, okay, I will have to share, because what she does is she has a gold plate that she makes her breakfast on, and she's like, I love to talk about my breakfast. The way she says it is so good. She's like, breakfast. And then she gets her plate and she goes, error. She turns her plate around. She's like, I got avocado and I got my bagel. But she doesn't even say it like that. She's like, I got my bagel. I don't know. I can't even do it justice. She is amazing. We'll have to tag her somewhere. Here.
Ding.
Okay. no idea where I was. Kate, me and Kate, +8. So we were doing Simply Become It. We were having a networking Zoom. My scribe.
The monster's kicking in.
So, I'll go back to my PBS voice. So, Kate and I were talking. Nope. And we're out. Okay, we were talking about networking and what it looks like. And Kate, I wouldn't say she was introverted, but she's not me on a monster. And we were talking about networking and any groups that she was currently involved in. And she was telling me how she had pulled way back. And it was such a great conversation because she is so self-aware that she was able to say, you know, I went to some networking groups and I was kind of checking them out and attending them, but it just wasn't working for her and she didn't like it. And so she pulled way back. And I paused during my conversation with her because that was so much wisdom and being self-aware and just smartness.
Scope of smartness.
It really was. It was a very large scope of smartness because too many people don't realize that. And often when I'm talking to people about networking and they're just like, what do I do? How do I do this? I will tell people, go to 1 or 2 meetings and check it out. Yeah. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to give like a blood donation. Like you don't have to chisel your name in granite when you first go. You have to check it out because just like every customer isn't your customer, everyone isn't for you. Every networking group might not be the right one for you.
That's why I left BNI. I just got over it. Like it didn't fit with my goals, my future vision, my time. Like
I can remember once upon a time. Once when you were mine, I remember skies reflected in your eyes. Okay,
you know, I'm pretty sure I've never heard that song before, but the only reason why I just knew the lyrics is because Paula sings it.
It's so one often. Of my all-time favorite songs of all time.
I probably heard it, but
so once upon a time, back in a long, long time ago, I don't even know who I was working for at the time, but I was networking, and I remember I went to this networking meeting. I remember walking in, I was like, "Oh, I don't think these are my people." And I'm sitting in this meeting and sometimes you just know. Sometimes you just know. It was just they weren't my people. So I went once.
Never went again.
Never to see me again. And
never
then
say never.
Again. Okay. Yeah, there might be other ones. Like I know people that have been in the same networking group for eons.
Oh, yeah.
And have been there for, you know, they become their friends, all of the things. Well, even I look at Women in Business, the Cottage Grove Area Chamber of Commerce, Women in Business. I can't ever imagine not being in that group. I've been in there for years. They've become my friends. Oh, and the Stillwater Area Chamber Women's Business Bridge. I always have these moments now because when I'm there, it happens at both of them because I've been in both of them probably for about 6-7 years. And I just look around the room. And I know everybody. Yeah. And they're all my friends. And I have memories and moments with all of them. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So coming all the way back, when you're trying to find a networking group and you're like, where do I go? And when people ask me, where should I go? And I always point them to, and I'll give this shout out here as well. There's a website called The Social Minute. And my buddy Luke, oh my gosh, Luke, I just forgot your name. Luke Wolf. Great guy. What he did was, and this is a shout out for Luke. So he went and got all of the networking groups in the Twin Cities, in Minnesota, Twin Cities, and Western Wisconsin. He found them all. Like he has tracked down all of them. And he's created a website called thesocialminute.com. And they are all listed there. Everyone. You can see when they meet, how often they meet, if it costs to attend, who they cater to, like all of the details. And I'm going to give you a little freebie. Don't say I never gave you nothing. If you use the code Princess Paula, you can get 1 month of the, like there's a free version, but if you use the code Princess Paula, you get a month of the professional, whatever, the super duper premium for free.
The super duper one.
But whenever people ask me, okay, where should I network? What should I do? I now just send them to that website because I don't know. Are you looking for a women only group, a group that meets weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? Do you want a free one, a paid one for professionals, like, I don't know what you're looking for. And you might not know what you're looking for. So then you can kind of check them out and then go. Go to one or two, see what they're like, where they are, what the format is, because they're all different.
So many of them are different. I'm just going back to BNI just because I was in BNI
because she's working through her trauma.
Oh, so much trauma. But like most of the BNI groups are very formal, so you have a very certain structure. Oh, that's what I was gonna say before, because you're like, you could just visit one. Be careful of the ones that like you can only visit like twice and then you have to pay. Like if you like, I've seen BNI groups before because you can only visit twice before you have to either join or move on. I've seen ones before where,
which you can also tell.
Yeah.
Side note, sometimes it only takes once where you go and you're like, it's a cult.
Yeah, most of the time I think you can.
Is it networking or a cult? That'll be our next podcast.
That's the title of this one. Is it networking or a cult? But like I've seen people that have tried to go to like a third time at BNI and they're shown away at the door.
Bye, Felicia.
Like that seems a little aggressive to me, but
guys in sport coats and sunglasses coming this way, man.
they have the
earpiece.
Yeah. That's all the yeah.
You have to check it out, because if this is going to be a main marketing strategy and your referral partners, it's got to feel. I mean, there is going to be an element where not everyone's going to be your best friend, and it might not always be fun. Sometimes it takes work, even for an extrovert, to be like, okay, I got to go network today. I got to go to this networking meeting. Do I want to go? No, but do I want my business to flourish?
I had that actual moment with somebody who is, I mean, I still have the majority of people's phone numbers and like I still talk to them occasionally from the BNI group that I was in. I've known most of them for 12 years, I think is how long I was in that group. But I just had one of the guys, he texted me the other day. Well, I actually had a couple of them text me the other day, ironically. But one of them texted me, and he's like, hey, can you sub for me Tuesday the 30th? And I didn't see it until like the next day, and it was really busy because it was the holidays.
Sure, she did.
Sure, Felicia. So I didn't see it, and then he texted me again and asked me. And I'm like really thinking to myself, I was like,
did you do it? Oh, no, you didn't see
No.
it till later.
And I was like, would I really actually? And I told them before I left, so I'm sorry.
Oh, you said you can call me to sub?
I said you could ask, but like if I have
Lies.
sitters, then yeah. But right now it's kids are home. Like I would have to get sitters. So am I going?
Your kids. Okay.
No.
Don't bring your kids to a networking meeting. Period.
Well,
Unless it's a what?
I was gonna say
Unless you kind of check
depending-
ahead of time, or you know the depending on the group.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
So-
because I know somebody local here in this wonderful city that I live in, who is a wonderful city councilwoman, and I love her. And she brings her daughter with to a lot
That's
of
different,
things.
though. It's
That
not
is
like
different.
a 3-year-old
No,
or a.
but her daughter's very involved in the area as well, in the city, and she does various things. She was one of the princesses for the city,
Yes.
like all of this stuff. So she's very,
We are off the rails at this point, guys.
yeah.
We're now, the train tracks were severed and the train has gone off the tracks and is rolling
but
down
what
the hill.
I was saying was, like, I was really thinking, I was like, if I did have sitters, would I still want to go? I would have to wake up early. I would have to spend 2 hours of my day there, which that's 2 hours less that I have time to work. And I don't know if you know this, I'm a little bit busy right now, and I'm not taking on any new clients at the moment. So it's a little bit difficult to just give my 2 hours of time for a day.
But if you had the Harry Potter time,
Turner.
yes, wouldn't be a problem. Do you know how many things that would solve? Someone out there has to invent it for realsies.
I have to go find mine. It's somewhere.
Because I would want one of those. Could be a problem also. Anyway, let's keep going. So, Kate plus 8. Gotta stop doing that. Kate Farian. She was lovely. It was just a really good conversation as we talked about networking and knowing if it's right for you. And I think also in the conversation I had with her, she was just talking about where life was at. And she didn't, that was part of it too. Know thyself. Know thyself. Are thee an introvert or an extrovert? And knowing how much energy is it going to take to attend these type of things, to kind of show up and do all the things. And she knew from where she was like, I just can't put in what needs to happen
it's
to
going
be
to take
there.
more of my time and energy and mental capacity to be there, then...
And you're not showing up well. Because that's it too. Like if you're going to go just because I have to go, my boss told me to go, but you show up and you're just a big lump on the log and you're not talking to anyone or doing the things. Well,
the amount of times that I've been at networking groups and that's literally what I see is just somebody that's like forced to be there.
So what do you think? What do you think out there? Like, is it, I've never contemplated this. Is it still worthwhile? Does it still count? This is my wand. If you go to a networking meeting.
One of these times we're just going to hold a wand during our entire podcast.
I
think we have 4 of them actually.
They're multiplying. Okay. Do you think it's worthwhile to go to a networking meeting if you're not really involved in taking part and you're just kind of sitting there watching?
No, not at all. If you're not being engaged. I say this a lot to people because I have quite a few clients that I suggest to join the Cottage Grove Area Chamber of Commerce. Just because I'm very involved with it. If they're in the area and it makes sense for them, like, hey, you should really join. But I always tell them, if you're going to join, be present, be there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get out of it what you put into it. If you're just
absolutely
joining and you never go to a coffee's on or
it's like a gym.
It's like a gym.
If you pay a membership at a gym and you never go, you're not really going to get anything out of it.
No. And then it's really funny though. The people that like, they join the chamber and I've never seen them at anything.
It's like a gym membership.
And then a year later, when their renewal is up, they don't renew. And they're like, I didn't get anything out of it.
You never
showed up to anything or talked to anybody. So what do you think is going to happen?
Okay, we're going to have to start using this metaphor, tag this somewhere is in the future, that when people talk about joining a chamber, this has to be part of it. It's like a gym membership. If you pay for a gym membership and never once walk into the gym, you're not going to be buff. Like, you're not going to end up at the end of the year or 6 months.
You're still going to be a noodle.
But yes, don't be a noodle. Hashtag, don't be a noodle.
That's another shirt that we can, don't be a noodle.
People be like, what? Don't be a noodle.
Hashtag,
if you're going to join a networking group, you got to walk in the door at least once a month, people, or you'll be a noodle. So, no, I had a couple other things to just boom, blank. I was like,
she just looked at me so blank. I was like, where did Paula go? She just like
gone,
just ascended from her body.
Oh, noodles. Who knows where I went in that moment? But that is the beauty of being a woman.
She was translucent.
I was gone. Okay, so we're gonna talk about, there was something else really profound. These moments, I need a scribe. Just to follow me around.
Mental, like an
where I can be like, scribe.
One.
Well, I guess that's what a phone is. I could do a notes app.
Yeah, but you need one that's just like connected to your brain. So any thought that you have is just like, it's like one of the stenographers at a courtroom. Like it just.
Okay, speaking of which, we're just going off the rails. So I watch Judge Judy every day when I get ready. So essentially, I'm a lawyer. And because that's how I've gotten my law degree for years. I've watched Judge Judy for years. I know law. I know contract law. I know it all. And so
I abstain.
Today, she always gets mad at people. Like if you say, like you have to answer yes or no.
Yes or no.
But today was the first time I ever heard her say, when I was watching it, someone was just like, and she was like, is not an answer. And they always go, yes, ma'am. She goes, and she points to her stenographer. And she's like, she can't, there's no shorthand for You need to give her. Were you there? Oh, we're so far off the rails. Forget the topic. Were you there with me? Where was I recently? I can see her. Where was I? Oh, I was at Stillwater Women's Business Bridge. And the gal sitting at the table, sorry, I don't remember your name. She was a stenographer at one point. She now works for Electric.
Is that the right name for
yes,
that?
no, you nailed it.
It's stenographer.
You got it.
Okay.
Now she works for an electrician. So, but I was asking her all these questions because I am obsessed with stenographers. I think it's the coolest, most mysterious thing for me because I know nothing about it.
I don't know how.
I got answers. I was like interrogating this poor woman because I was like, I have answers. I've been watching Judge Judy for half of my life, and I see the stenographers, and I watch the court shows and the Law and Order and the serial shows. So
you watch the serial killer shows?
Maybe. Hey, I've told my husband, don't you ever do me wrong because no one will find your body. I'm joking.
It's recorded.
I'm joking. But we watch, it's fascinating to me how people can do that.
There are some that like Gypsy Rose, like I kind of
It's not just me. There is such an uptick in serial podcasts, shows,
and Gypsy
documentaries.
Rose-
It's not just me, Tara.
No, in Gypsy Rose videos, they were just released from like all back when she would like do her recordings and send them to her boyfriend person who did the.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Gypsy Rose.
The name's familiar. But why don't I know? Why can't
She's
I place
the one.
it?
Her mom. There was a movie about her.
Oh,
too.
yes. Okay.
Yeah. But I started seeing all of these clips on my TikTok now, or like the videos are now being released, so it's like showing all of like the videos, and it gets.
Oh, it's brutal. I think I'm just
Wow.
fascinated with the mind, knowing that there's people
That
out
think
there
that way.
and are doing things. Excuse me. And what we just watched another documentary. I'm watching like we've watched every single documentary on serial killers that exists. Like so, just kind of. Okay, let's get back
I
onto
disappear
it.
one day.
Nope, totally fine. Wasn't me.
I'll have a note on me that says it was Paula.
Well, it's been fun. We're not going to make it to our Potterversary because, okay, now I don't even know where we went. We went so far off the rails. I'll just get back on track. If we figure it out, and if you're watching out there and you're just like, you were talking about this, Paula.
Stenographers.
Oh, yeah, good job. So I was asking her about that, and she said what the buttons are is they're vowel sounds. And so you are basically creating words with vowel sounds, and that's what they are. And that's why they can go so fast. So it's not quite shorthand. It's different than that. Because I was asking her things like, what do you do if you have to go to the bathroom? And
What do you do if you have to go to the bathroom?
That's what I asked. And she said, you go. She was like, they'll stop. You know, you obviously try not to do it a lot, but they will.
Wait, I have to go to the bathroom. You are found. Wait, I gotta go to the bathroom.
And then I was telling her, I said, like, what happens if you get distracted or you start thinking? It was just fascinating.
Most of the time, I don't even think they're looking at the keyboard when
they
they're
don't.
doing it.
They just know. And again, it's all like vowel sounds. And anyway, okay.
No, it'd be a lot more intuitive. They just had chat, record it, and then just.
Oh, yeah. But I bet you there's someone that then could, like, hack into it.
Oh, probably. All right, fair.
Although I suppose you could bribe the stenographer. I don't know. Okay, let's get back to networking. So I wanted to share some fun stories. Because after talking to Kate and realizing, and I told her during our Zoom call, I'm like, good for you for know thyself.
Know thyself.
Know thyself and know thy networking group. But you do need to be networking people. Okay, you need to for so many reasons. And we're going to share some of the reasons of networking and how networking has done us right. It's done me good.
Wrong.
Well, deep subject. Turn it on its side. It's a tunnel. So when I... No one's ever said that to you? I get that all the time. I'm like, well, deep subject, and then someone's turned it on its side and got a tunnel.
Never heard that before in my
When
life.
I started Princess Paula Consulting, one of the benefits, like sometimes when people are like, well, how have you gotten to where you are so quickly, blah, blah, blah. Because I network like a fiend. I spent years in so many, even now, I don't know, I'm in 8 chambers. I don't even know. I just network. I network. Because I know that's the key. You aren't really guaranteed if you go door to door and do door hangers. If you're doing radio ads, like there's a lot of ways that you could try to market yourself, even social media, but networking, you get to know people, you get in front of people, and they will mention your name when you are not in the room, and they will share your name. Case in point, just this week, I had someone email me and they were like, Paula, I need a website designer. Who do you know? Last week, I had someone, like, people reach out to me all the time saying, who do you know? So I'm always sharing people's names.
Yeah, I've had quite
Even your business.
Yeah.
I gave your name to like everybody.
And now I can't take anybody. But I've had that with a lot of people asking me too, like, who do you have that? I even had one of the guys from BNI, local chain owner of food place. I'm not going to call him out.
Local chain owner, food place.
Words hard.
Go ahead, I'm just taking notes.
But he had a gal that was doing a lot of for the corporation. She was doing a lot of the marketing stuff, and they had a shift in their processes and stuff. So she actually lost her job. So he reached out and he asked me, he's like, do you know anybody in the same type of field, like doing, not in the food industry, but just like doing these sorts of marketing things that are looking for somebody of her caliber? Like it's a huge national chain.
Nice.
So he just asked me, and I was like, I would connect with the various chamber directors for sure, and I would go to a couple of these events. Like, so yes, I like going to the things and people know who you are and that you're connected. Like I always tell people, and my dad actually coined this a while ago. So thank you, Dad. But he said a really long time ago when I was out doing all these networking things that I'm part of the business mafia because I know somebody in every like field. But even I don't know everybody. Like I just asked you for a couple people.
But that's just it. It's knowing someone you can call where you're like, I don't got anybody. Who do you have?
But we're people that are out networking. So we have a Rolodex of, well, not physical. Maybe you do. But we have a Rolodex of business cards and people that we have met. And especially being in our field, I think that's just really a smart decision for just people in the marketing field in general, just to have a Rolodex
it's a good
of
scope
people.
of smartness.
It is a good scope of smartness.
Don't be a noodle. Okay, I want to share a couple stories, some fun stories. So the first one is, and I shared this recently, once upon a time, my friend McKenna, she was working for the University of Wisconsin River Falls, and she invited me in to speak to some of the students. She was working in career services at the time, brought me in to speak on networking, no less. So I came in, and you know what? Here's the thing. I will always come and speak. This was a room of maybe, I don't know, 7. And I always say, whether there's 500, 5,000,
You never know who's in the room.
And so I came and spoke to her people, her students. Fast forward 2 years, 3 years, 2, 3, anyway. 3
Now
years?
it's 3 years.
She is now working for the Minnesota Department of Revenue. And who did I get a call from? Minnesota Department of Revenue to come and speak. And when I asked them, I was like, how'd you guys find me? And they said, McKenna works with us now and she recommended you. She mentioned my name when I was not in the room. And I got to do a little talkie talk for all the Minnesota Department of Revenue people. Which, fun fact, you have to be up to date on your taxes and everything, which I am. But they do all kinds of background checks before they let you in to speak. Just so you know.
Good to know.
So,
I will never go there and speak. I am not a speaker.
She is not, but
Nope.
You never know. What was my next one? Oh, no. How did I end up there? Why is it? I wrote notes for myself.
She has notes, and they're very clean looking notes. I feel like it would be
Why don't you
pretty
tell us about
obvious
your
to-
hubby, how he got his job?
So, B&I. Ironically. Years ago, I think it's been, no, how old is my oldest? So 8 years now. He's been working for this company for 8 years. How did he get that job? At a networking group that I was in, there was another individual there who was looking for somebody who is good with their hands, is good at sales, whatever, is a tinkerer, what's the
Tinker, a tailor, a candlestick maker?
service technician sort of thing. Anyways, at the time they were just looking for a salesperson for their showroom at that time. So, and I knew my husband wanted to transition into something else. He was working retail for a really long time, and we just had our first kid, and he was looking for something different, that he could do something with his hands. He wanted to be in something with the trades. So I was just like, hey, there's this gal that is in my networking group, and she is one of the co-owners at this local family-owned company. They're looking for somebody. Maybe just apply. So he applied, and he's been working there ever since.
Nice.
So that, and he, I think he loves his
good.
job. He gets to fix fireplaces and do all the fun things. And like, he installed our fireplace, and it's just, he gets to actually go out and do things instead of just like stocking shelves. And I mean, it's
Love
just
that.
something different. But it was just because I was networking, because I was able to make that connection for him. And I hear all the time from the owner that the greatest referral, she actually has said this numerous times, the greatest referral that she ever got was my husband.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, one more quick one. So actually, they're kind of tied together. So you and I are part of the planning committee.
You and I
I know I was gonna start singing, but I didn't. We're part of the planning team for the Cottage Grove Area Chamber Women in Business Summit. So 2 things that we're probably going to have for next year's summit. Put it on your calendar. You're going to want to be there. Recently, we were at one of the monthly networking meetings, and the sponsor was this lovely cupcake.
Yeah.
And as soon as it was like the treat sponsor for the day. And as soon as we saw that cupcake, Tara and I looked at each other and we're like, this would be a great dessert for the summit. And I actually already went and talked to them about it. So again, we were in a networking meeting, networking room, saw the product, and we were like, we actually need this. We want to bring you in. And along those same lines with the summit, same chamber, still the Cottage Grove Area Chamber.
Just not the summit.
The gala.
But it was at the summit.
The gala. Yes, when we were at the summit, we happened to meet Katie, who works for the Minnesota Wild.
Yes.
I don't know, like operations manager of Grand Poobah or something. She's high up there. Super smart. Brilliant.
She's pretty awesome.
And so we met her. But she also was into improv and is part of a local improv
group.
We
just started talking. I mean, Paula started talking to her right after the meeting for a really long time, and then she's like, get over here. So then we both just started talking to her, and we found out that she does local improv at Comedy Sports. I think that's where she said she was.
And then we were like, we need entertainment for the gala.
Our gala this coming year, or now this year. And she's like, oh yeah, we can connect you or just whatever. So I sent her an email, and she's like, yep. Connect with Comedy Sports, tell them Katie sent you, blah, blah, blah. And like, it's already bing, bang, boom.
Love that.
Done.
You just never know who's in the room. You just don't know who's in the room and who they know and who they could connect you with or what could happen. All the things.
I wanted to say just one additional thing on like the what could happen, because obviously if you're here listening to us, you probably know our story. If you don't, there is an episode, like our episode 3, or something.
Pretty early on.
It's really an early episode of our Nexus story, which you wouldn't think worked because we were nemesis.
Dun dun dun.
In the
Nemesi.
Nemesi. It's like namaste. But I just wanted to put a little thing on here because our last Women in Business meeting that we were at, we had somebody from. I can't remember the company. One of the owners spoke at it back at the breakfast last year. I can't remember the company. But it's one of those personality things.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't help you out because I didn't know where you were going.
Yeah, it's one of those personality things, and I can't remember the name of the company. Do I have the blocks here? No, I don't. But anyways, so it was really interesting because last February 2025, we did the test, the thing to see like which color you're mostly
I see where she's going.
So when we did that, like Paul and I were in talks of starting this podcast. We hadn't yet done it, I don't think.
Nope.
Or maybe we just had like our first episode come out or something. But I wanted to say, because when I first did that test way back in February, I was mostly blue, which is like more introverted, basically, more calculated, I think, and stuff. And I was basically no yellow, or yellow was my least.
And
color.
after 10 months of spending time with me,
of spending time with Paula, because we connected, we started this whole thing.
She was all yellow.
I did it again at the meeting, and I'm like all yellow and like no blue.
Look at the stars, the company she keeps.
So it's just really, because even after the meeting, some of the city people came in and like they were talking because they saw the blocks that were sitting there. So they started talking about it, and one of them was like, oh, I'm this. And I was like, when's the last time you did it? And she was like, I don't know, it's been like a couple years. And I was like, I don't know, if you try it again, you could be something completely different just because of who you're surrounding yourself with. So it's not just a testament of like going out and networking to build your business, but even personally, like knowing thyself. Like it's, if you go back at our first episode that just came out, which we just did a replay of it, Paula's been talking about this to me for like the past few weeks. The difference of how I was on camera.
You will see it.
You will see the difference.
You can visually see the Tara of February 2025 and the Tara of today. Totally different person.
It's it's
for the better.
But it's so much better because like where I am in my business now, like I'm knowing thyself. I'm knowing what I'm capable in my business. I'm stepping back from a few things because I have other things on the burner that I'm traveling a lot with a client, or, you know, I'm really just like honing in what I have right now and not like taking on everything on the world, because that's what my goal is for my business. I have certain things that I want to do, but like, I feel like February 2025, Tara wouldn't be...
She wasn't ready for this. She didn't know what was coming. It would have scared her. She would have run.
I probably would have ran. So
not now.
Like, and I could link the personality test in there just to like whatever, but that's a whole other topic of what we're not talking about that. But networking, it's a really good thing. It's not even just a good thing for your business to get connected to people, but I think mentally, for your mental self, like even if, like when I started BNI years ago, when I first joined, I was so quiet. I hate it. Like so many people say that too. Like when you go to networking meetings, you have to give your little pitch or whatever it is. Like you're not a person, you're very introverted. You're not a person that would get up in front of people. And now like I developed myself enough in that group where like I have people texting me because they're just used to me getting up and being like, good morning, everybody. And they all go, good morning, Tara. And like, I'm not there anymore to do that. So I have people texting me being like, I miss my good morning, Tara. Like, it's just, but I made a thing for myself.
But it's also that thing, it's the arc of time. I hear what you're saying. Like, it's bittersweet.
It is.
Because that was really good, but it was for a season. Some networking groups are for a season.
Yeah.
Some are more longer.
And I think it's good that it's for a season too. Like, if that's where you want to stay and like, that's where you get majority of your business, like go for it. But like, we all go in different seasons. I think it's every 7 years, your whole personality changes too. So
but it's
like,
just knowing that for your business, because you talked about last episode, understanding that you can ebb and flow as a business and you can decide.
Yeah.
Because I have a networking group that I went to for years. And then finally I went, this isn't serving me anymore. And it was time to say goodbye. I went back and visited them last month and they were all like, Paula, hi. And it was just kind of fun.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what your BNI now is.
It's like nostalgic.
Like, hey.
It's just like a...
But it was time to move in a new
It's
direction.
a different direction. It's a new chapter in Tara B's book, and it's all good things. So anyways, the whole point of this is...
Don't be a noodle.
Don't be a noodle.
If you pay for it, show up.
If you pay for it, please show up. Don't just pay for it and not show up.
I'm totally going to start using that in my networking talk. Don't be a noodle.
Please do.
Just know. Don't be a noodle.
I am aware of that now. Now I want to
It's going to be a
When's
PowerPoint.
the next time you're speaking on networking?
Next week.
Oh, I'm not going to...
And it's going to be, don't be a noodle. And there'll be a little like Mr. Noodle or something. People be like, what? Don't be a noodle. Just like remember the nachos?
Be buff.
Don't be a noodle.
Be buff.
You know? Okay. On that note, we're going to wrap things up here. We would love to know your networking stories, your networking success stories, your fears, and how you want to overcome them.
Maybe not all the fears.
Not all of the fears. And also, if you have a topic for us that you would like us to research, cover, and chitty chat about, hopefully you looked around the old set to find Dumbledore, but stick around. We're going to tell you in just a few minutes where he is, because now at the end of every episode, we're going to clue you into where our ye old Dumbledore is. Otherwise, I'm going to put my PBS voice back on. Thanks for staying with us today, folks. Our lines are open. If you would like to call and make a donation, we will take all of your money. Until next time, I'm one of your very calm, cool, collected co-hosts, Princess Paula, along with my crazy co-host, Tara B. And together, the two of us, as always, forever and ever, are royally unhinged. Forever, Tara. You're never getting away from me.
See, again, if I disappear... because of her.
Where's Dumbledore? He blends in really well. Did you get that, Cindy? Cindy?
It really does.
He blends in. All right, folks, go network. We love ya.
Deuces.